This is the vlog challenge, something I used to suck at. Thanks, Clive, for the challenge. I first had to find out what exactly this saying means, because something I used to suck at, I was looking at the videos and hearing the stories and think, no, what does it mean, that saying? Something I used to suck at, to suck at, to suck at. So I asked for it. And I understand that it's something that I was very bad at, and that I find a way to change it within myself. So if anyone else also have not English as a native language and was wondering what it is, maybe not, maybe yes, then this is what I heard. Let's see, something I used to suck at was, first thing what I saw was, I'm working in a store already for about 12 years now, and also before, actually, in other jobs, I had an expression that very much looked like angry, or a bit like, you know, that's, I often hear it, hey, are you angry? And I reacted to that saying, like, hey, what's going on? Are you angry? You know, you don't need to be angry, or things like that. And I was like, what the fuck? Now I'm angry, you know? But I couldn't say that. So anything, I felt really like pushed in a corner, so to speak, because I didn't know how to respond to that. There was really not really something I could say. And yeah, I saw it mainly in the store, and maybe not really speaking people at me like that, but also there was something stubborn, or something, in Dutch, nukkig in my face, and that clashed, or that gave friction a bit, like in a conversation or things like that. So I find it not so easy to look back how or where I changed it, because I changed it over time, but I did see what I was doing within the store. So every time, from a certain moment in the store, that I had such a friction with a customer, I was bringing this back to myself. So it was in a store, of course, and you cannot have frictions there, because it's a store and people are coming with their questions and buying something. So it was a good learning place for me to always bring my part back to myself. So maybe the customer did something that was not okay, or it was really unfair, things like that, but I always, from a certain moment on, was looking at, okay, but what is my part in this? There's one thing that I need to change in this, and especially because certain happenings, situations came back for a few times. So a similar situation. So then I knew, okay, there is a point in it that I need to bring back to myself. So that what I was really working with. It was confronting, of course, but also because it was in a store, and at the same time it was not too personal. The changes were very quickly visible. Because when I did walk through that point, that frictions with the customers didn't come back. So that was a very cool reflection point, a cool reference point. If I had walked through that point, if I had effectively brought it back to myself. And so slowly through the years, I noticed that angry expression disappeared. I never hear it anymore these days, and I almost, sometimes of course it is a bit of a resonance, but very rarely have friction with the customers. Not that I never again have something inside of myself that I need to look at the store, but not that it's playing out in the store. And yeah, another thing is that 6 years ago I started walking the process of we call it from consciousness to awareness. So with the riding, and start taking responsibility for my own reactions, for my own thoughts, feelings, and emotions within myself. And I also noticed within that the first 6 months I was really angry. I cannot even pinpoint what I was angry about, but I just was really angry about everything, and I found it so unfair. Like when something happened and a customer is unfair to me, then I become angry and I find it so unfair. But it doesn't solve anything. So then what I needed to learn is to find at one point within myself that I separated myself from, that had triggered that unfair approach from the customer, for example. And if I was able to bring that point back to myself and forgive myself for it, so actually understand that point within myself and how it created a friction outside myself, then the whole point of unfairness disappeared, interestingly enough. So yeah, after that first year of angriness, I slowly became more joyful. It took several years because, of course, we have lots to walk through that we have built up within our lives, through our lives. But if I reflect back on this, then I see, yes, it was the same angriness inside of me and reactions to so-called unfairness that gave that stubborn, angry face on me, like protecting myself from others outside myself, and I didn't want to see them, what was going on within myself. So I was protecting it and putting a face on, like a sort of a mask, a bit of angry, like don't come close to me, you know. So yes, it's a relief. Is that a good word? Yeah, a relief that this is not here anymore within myself. Of course, it's not totally gone in all situations, but yeah, I can much more openly express myself within the store, within the moment, and I find an expression that works for as well as myself as within the conversations and communication with the customers. So then it becomes so much more joyful. Okay, I hope this is a bit of an example. I challenge Barbara to share an experience, to share a point of her that she used to suck at. Thank you.